If you think you can, you right. If you think you can't, you right. It ain't no in betweens. Either one is gonna manifest.
Okay, so it's Dame Dash right.
About what?
We got
Hold on.
We got Dame Dash
that's something
versus
different. Yeah.
everybody. Dame Dash versus the world. Dame Dash just went viral on the Breakfast Club. Did about 1 million views in an hour or something like that. So Dame Dash came on the Breakfast Club spazzing, told Charlamagne the God, you're dumb, you're an idiot, you don't know nothing, you're not a proper representation of a man. I really think you gay. Envy. I know you a rat if they come at you for that Rico. All y'all broke. Matter of fact, let me see the view of your house. Can you see the water from your house? Like Dame went in there and went crazy. And what's crazy is people were saying, oh, Dame got clown, this, that, and the third. But he really was dropping bars if you really break it down. Yeah. Even that segment about Donald Trump filing all of those bankruptcies. And they were saying, oh, you know, he's a bad businessman. He's going, how? He filed all these bankruptcies, but he's still a billionaire and he's the president. Are you a billionaire? So maybe you need to take notes, or maybe you don't know what a good businessman is because he's doing something that you don't know. He knows the loophole that you don't know that Dame basically said he utilized because he had filed for bankruptcy a few times.
And I never put that past a lot of them people because like we said, people don't do their research. They automatically equate bankruptcy with negative and it has to be bad. So I'm gonna make my assumption he's done. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the biggest thing what's going on with Dame right now. And I think Dame back popping his shit. Because didn't they say he's like he has a position basically above Cam and them podcasts and stuff like that?
Said that was Cap.
Yeah, that was all Cap?
Yeah,
so they was on there popping it?
The president of Revolt.
Revolt. Somebody debunked it, huh? Said they made a call on him and all that. So I don't know what Dame is doing, man, but he's back popping and shit in the media. Maybe he knows what he's doing. I think he does. And it's crazy because you showed me that them old interviews and stuff, like Dame, bro, low-key been to Kanye. Like I understand why he's been blackballed. Like talking to them industry niggas, crazy work. Give them niggas crazy work. I'm like, damn, I respect Dame for that. That's somebody outside of all the shenanigans that they got going internal, I would fuck with. As far as business-wise, that's somebody I think in my opinion, you don't do dirty. Maybe he does talk too much, but I think with people like that, you just got to have a real conversation and sit down with him. Y'all get a mutual understanding and y'all could do business and move forward.
I think some of the things Dame said were good, but I think he spent too much time trying to prove to people that don't care that he's something that he is, whether we believe it or not. So
even it's like I agree with that.
You go into a room with people and you're trying to prove to people who don't care or is going through one ear and out the other, you could talk to you blue in the face. If they're not receiving it, then all you're doing is hurting yourself.
It's not
if I'm trying to make you mad, and in turn you're not getting mad, all I'm doing is getting a bigger vein in my head, eyes getting more bloodshot. Then who's really hurting?
Nah, you starting to look like the fool now.
Yeah,
but not because it's like if I come here, I'm a boss where you not. And you like, well, I'm cool where I work at. I'm cool where I work at. Okay, you're a boss. I'm not. I'm cool. My life is good. I might not have the biggest house as you, but I got a house. I'm living straight. I'm not really worried about it. Like, Charlamagne is cool being marked out and all that. We see that time to time again. Like
the things that Dame wanted to matter, it didn't necessarily matter to them. And
do you think it was for them, or he was doing that because he knew?
No, I think
he knew this was gonna go be a moment.
I think he was. It could be a mix of both. To me, if you're doing it because it's a moment, then damn, Dame. Because I feel like you shouldn't have to do that. You're a businessman. You've been around. I just feel like the older cats they should be setting a precedent of taking us out of that weird WWE shit. That's my opinion.
I think Dame.
So if he's doing that's trash.
I think Dame seeing them old videos, Dame is just being Dame at this point. Because watching how he was talking to them execs and everything else in them rooms and watching like old videos.
But that's my thing.
What I'm saying is he's not necessarily doing it for clout, but I do think he understands he's in a space where everything gets pushed as if it's for clout, or his message might hit harder depending on the type of energy he gave it. It's like, this ain't even got to be for you, nigga. I'm not even speaking for niggas like you. I'm speaking for niggas like me that want to be bosses and their own workers and everything else, that want to be businessmen. So I just think and sometimes we do. Charlamagne has done a lot of goofy stuff. Them niggas have done a lot of things up there where they didn't speak up or they chose to do clown shit. And it's like, nigga just called him out for it for the most part. Maybe he didn't have to get as emotional for it, because he was just ready to get up in there and get up out of there.
And I feel like the whole, if we was outside, I'd smack you thing. And he's like, well, then we would fight. And he's like, but I wouldn't get beat up, et cetera. It's like, all right. It's like niggas in the garage, when you 15.
You trying to bully a nigga.
It's just like niggas start talking now, we over there rolling around in the grass catching the fade.
He do that
He
a lot.
basically called him a bitch. Like basically let him know. That's why he said, you're not the real representation of a masculine man because the way you talk, a real masculine man, we'd be fighting already. Would have been beating your ass. And I'm letting you know I would have beat your ass if we wasn't in this radio station, completely just emasculating him and disrespecting him. But
what if Charlamagne would have just got up like, nigga, let's get in.
Well,
man,
so that's the reason. Hold on. That's the reason why I don't respect.
Because Charlamagne sat on there. He said, well, I got jumped. And then Dan got the...
It's like 30 niggas jumped.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you wanna up the story. I got jumped by 30 niggas and didn't run. You was a dummy. But at the same time,
he fucked 30 niggas. Yeah.
Nigga, I was putting niggas on their back. But I'm like, it's one of those like the trauma thing. Like you tell somebody a story, they want to tell a bigger story.
Guess what?
It's like damn everything. But he's like one-on-one, nigga. I still fight you, basically. That's what Charlamagne was saying.
Was Dame getting his Orlando Brown on? Because after a while, it just got ridiculous. Like when he took the Air Force One off,
I didn't see all
you
that.
try to prove to a nigga your forces wasn't dirty by putting them in the camera. It's crazy.
So I think, have you ever seen two niggas argue and you know, because you kind of know both people that it's getting intense, but then they bring it back to jokey? To me, that's all that was. Like that, a lot of some of the shit of playing it up was so that people maybe think that it wasn't as serious as it was. But in my opinion, Dame was offended. He was up there. He has that energy when he goes to interviews. He wants to tell everybody that they're not shit because they don't have a business.
What if all
for the most part?
Yeah,
and now that he's bankrupt or whatever it is, you got to eat that, even if it's not real. He told niggas, you're not a man because you don't have a business. You got to understand when you say shit like that to millions of niggas. What if all this was just a play? It could be. It's just content. What if all this is just content?
He been saying this too long.
I know Dame speaks like that, but exactly, they expect that out of him. But I'm saying for him to get up there, what was the purpose of him coming up on the show for one?
Well, that's what I said. I thought that gave me Orlando Brownish.
What I'm saying is they probably, they know Charlamagne how he is. He's going to say some wild things too for the most part. He's not going to back down. There's nothing you can really offend him with. So yeah, Dame, come up here, pop your shit, and
we need a moment.
What if this was their way of helping Dame?
Could be.
What if this is their way of helping Dame, knowing this finna go viral? Yeah. Like, look, Dame, come up here, just go crazy.
Could be. They could be in it together. That's what I'm saying. Like, because Breakfast Club has been off too for a minute. So it'd be like shit.
Yeah, because they ain't really doing what they used to do. They the same.
He going at Cameron right now too.
You seen that though, right?
Yeah, he said Cam, and Big L was in a car. Dame had some work in the trunk, but didn't have his license. Boom, they get bumped up at a traffic stop and Killer start crying. And then Dame had, he going, man, I could never get this nigga work. So he said, yeah, all this bragging about selling all this work and all that, and you was doing it, moving it in Ohio, nigga, all that was after rap. Like, you wasn't out here in Harlem when it counted, when we was out here. How
you feel about, because I saw Cameron, he just posted a couple hours ago, I guess why Dame is really salty is because they offered, Dame was in debt $800,000. And Mace, even though Mace don't, I guess, according to Cameron, doesn't fuck with Dame as much. He said, damn, that's Dame. I feel bad. Let's help him pay his debt. You want to go 500. So they call up Dame and they like, hey, we got $1 million for you. Get you out of debt. He like, nah, I got another offer. Somebody finna offer me $2 million. So he like, call me back. So they like, all right. He called him back the next day because the deal fall through. He like, hey, tell him to still like wait on it. I might be needing it. And then they like, just take it. You could have $1 million a day. He like, hold on, like I might have a $6 million play. And then they like, all right, fuck it. We did our part pretty much. So their whole thing was they tried to reach out to Dame, and when he didn't receive it well and they pulled back, now he has a problem because of that. But in reality, it was him fucking around too many times and they gave up on it.
Did he not receive it well, or was he just trying to maybe
get the best deal?
No, maybe.
I don't think you tell
let me go.
Okay, I'm not gonna tell a nigga.
I'm saying this. What I'm saying is, he's saying I got a $2 million deal here. I got a $6 million deal here. Maybe he has something else going on where he doesn't have to take a handout. Keep that in the back pocket for me just in case. But let me see if this go through or this go through. I don't want you just to hand me $1 million because for some reason, yes, I know Cameron, nigga, you're gonna be one up on me to the way you get, nigga. If we fall out, you're gonna be petty. Cam is gonna never let a nigga hold that down. So depending on who you got to know who you dealing with for one, and like we say, despise the free lunch. If it's not that much of an issue. It was an issue for him, but I'm saying if he can get something else completed, it's like y'all last resort for me. I appreciate what y'all doing. Just hold that to the side for me just in case I might not need it.
This is the thing. It's not really a free lunch because when Dame was on top and Cam needed help, he helped Cam get in position with Rockefeller. So it's like you said, be each other crutch. When I'm up, I help you. When I'm down, you help me. So that could have been Cam's way of helping him because what I seen Cam say was there's 2 slots left on Revolt for 2 more shows, and Cam has those slots. And what he said was he'll give up his slots to Dame Dash to do whatever he wants with his shows, but let me be the executive producer because when I came to Rockefeller, I let you be the executive producer. So this is Cam. To me, it sounded like he was being a little petty a little bit.
Okay,
like, all right,
I give it to you.
It circled around.
But let me be the executive producer like you did for me, niggas,
So
and you
it's
can feel how I
coming
feel.
with
So
something. Okay,
it's a
It's
a handout, but I'm
Something on the
still
back
getting
end.
my one up back from 20 years ago.
Yeah,
right.
And Dame was like, nah, I'm cool, baby.
So that's not a genuine help. Yeah, that's not
to
a
me, it's
genuine
not
help.
because
Okay.
the way he said it was very
Yeah,
condescending.
that's
like you felt the way about Dame executive producing your shit for whatever reason. Now he's in a bad position. I help you, but let me do to you what you did to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Because at the end of the day, y'all been knowing this nigga was in debt for one. For two, if it's really that point to a point where I know I got it and you don't got it, and I know, even if I know you the type of person and not to take it, I'm gonna just have that motherfucker sent to you. I might even just come bring 500 in a bag, nigga, and drop it off. Nigga, you taking this, nigga. So it just depends on how you looking at it.
He said Cam was slithering behind the scenes trying to get his son to do an interview. Said he sent his son $2,500, offered him $5,000 to do an interview.
Dame
so
son.
you know your Dame son.
Oh, that's
so
weird.
Cam tried to slither behind Dame and get his son to come do an interview, probably knowing they had some smoke we didn't know about yet. But Dame was basically saying, Cam, you know, that ain't right. You involving kids, you doing weird shit, you moving weird. That's why he told the drug dealer story. Like, nigga, you was in the car crying. Like, knock it off.
Okay. Yeah, see? So that makes another whole other thing. I probably really don't want no money from you, nigga.